So, how old do you have to be to stop building forts? God Almighty, I hope there's not a timeline on that. Being silly, goofy, and acting like some people would call stupid. It's what keeps me so young and good looking. It's a comedy show. Yeah, we're building a fort. Darn good one too. This ain't no child's play here. This is in the event we take on some large enemy fire in the west field. The unfortunate event we need to retreat, come back here to base, set up. The way I see it here is we're going to set up a couple of ropes and some string lines and everything else. We can get a couple of snipers up here in the silo crow's nest. Provide sniper fire when necessary. Left this open intentionally here just in case we need to move the tank, which will be concentrating this way. But yeah, if we have to move the tank, we have an opening here, and we'll push that bale out of the way, and here we go. And obviously you got all these small little squares here for gunfire. It's a perfect plan if you don't think about it too much, you know. I've been playing in this all day long. This has been fun, real fun. Okay, all right, enough all this jibber jabber horsing around play here. This is being done for a very, very special reason. This just isn't stupidity here, which I'm really good at, and I really don't care. Life is fun. Okay. Bear with me. Like I always say, this stuff isn't rehearsed. We're going to be good on feed, okay? We're going to be good on feed. I don't have the exact science and all the numbers for you written down right now, but we are going to be good on feed. But certain things need to happen. Number one, there's 10 weeks worth of corn silage in the 16-foot diameter. Try not to make that make any sense. Trust me, if Dad says that there's 10 weeks of feed out of here for the cows, the beef herd, there is, by God, 10 weeks in there. Trust me. So what does that do? That brings us to the very end of January, which is pretty tricky. We're going to see what happens. We'll be real lucky with dead, freezing cold weather. We'll see. I am going to go above and beyond this year like we normally do not with running the unloader in very freezing temperatures. I'm going to call it a have to. So we're going to run the 16-footer dry, and that's okay. That's why the feed's in there, folks. Not to mention we've got a chuck full 18 from when we have to open that back up, and this is part of the scenario. End of March. Very end of March, if not the third week of March, where it can be very, very tricky around here. We'll see what happens. That's the perfect plan. Okay, you see all these bales here, corn fodder. Other than what you're seeing here, I have 20, I've got 35, I got almost another 40, give or take. I am starting a very strict regiment tomorrow, starting tomorrow, that a bale of corn fodder fed out every 2 days. Right now, that seems to be a fantastic idea because these pigs right here are actually enjoying the hell out of it. They really are. Not their first feed source, but they're okay with it. They've developed a little taste for it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I have about 2.5 to damn near 3 months worth of corn fodder bales, other than what you're seeing here, this special little fort that I just built. All right, now let me explain to you this stupidity. Okay, let me look at the camera for this one. I don't think that it's a big secret. On this channel here, I express failures, screw-ups, what not to do's and everything else, and I'm happy about it. Like I've said 1,000 times before, hopefully there's somebody out there to see it, and it gives them a little heads up. That nobody's perfect. I'm also not having a man contest either. I don't need to do that. So, getting on a comedy hour again. I failed tremendously. Now we're not joking. I failed tremendously in adding on to the beef barn. It is my #1 failure for the year, and all I can do is blame myself. I broke my own stinking rules. Plan A, Plan B, and a Plan C. I broke my own rules. I didn't have a Plan B or a Plan C. Plan A fell through a good little while ago, and it was a little too late to recap the whole situation. Not good. I got a lot of other words that I want to say right now, but I'm not going to. I've actually had a very good day, and I don't want to ruin it by running my mouth. So, folks, this is the extreme west. We get our nasty weather from either the extreme north, the extreme west, or southwest. Because we need to feed out of this silo for the next 10 weeks, this is being barricaded here as a snow stopper, and obviously for wind and drift reasons. If you pay attention to the channel, you've seen what happened back here last year. I've said it before, this is an absolute phenomenon back here. It's just a tunnel of nastiness. I'll assume it's created because of the silos. I don't know, I'm not that smart. But in an effort to save on a little bit of weather and drifting and snow, that is why this wall is here. This will also help protect, believe it or not, and go ahead and roll your eyes if you want to, this will also protect the beef herd